Welcome. This is going to be the first of many videos for the Low Sodium Show. Um, don't know who I am? I am the host of the Low Sodium Show, Mark Lanning Crew Wheeler, and I'm going to break down fishing for the week, where I've been, what I've done, and explain my show better. This recent show we just did, we talked about warm water discharge lakes and how great they are in the wintertime to get you ready for the spring. Not only do they get you ready, but they get your body ready as well for paddling, for fishing. And I had a great opportunity this past weekend, thanks to Jeff Singleton, to get me on to Lake Anna's warm side and do some bass fishing. And I did very well. Total, we caught about 18 bass altogether between myself, Jeff, and Zach, another buddy of mine. So let's break down what happened. If you looked at a map of Lake Anna, on the southwest corner is the warm water discharge areas. They stay warm all year long, and they're packed full of bass, stripers, crappie, whatever you want to think about it. And we went after bass, and you know, the air temps we got down there were in the high 30s, windy, and that was a major problem this past Sunday when we went. It was just really, really windy. Made things really difficult. So what we did was we dealt with it and we kind of floated up. Where we launched, even though it was in the mid 30s, and every other lake still had some sort of ice on it, we launched in 55-degree water, 56-degree water. So that tells you, you know, how important that is, because that just keys into several things. Alright folks, let's break down the baits that we have here. Um, the bait that I caught most of my bass on was a lipless crankbait, as you can see. It's a great bait for this time of year. You can run it fast. It's what they want. And this is the size. It was the half ounce, half or 3/4 ounce lipless crank. Too big, way too heavy for me to really fish effectively. I really was wore out by the end of the day. Really screaming this bait in, so that it made things tough. 1/4 ounce would have been perfect, and again, in these colors here. I threw crankbaits all day, trying to find a different. I mean, these are all the ones. These just came off the rod, and throughout the day, and I piled them up in a box to show you what I was throwing. This is the color, or even a sexy shad would have done perfect as well. And here's a ghost. I love buying ghosts with nothing really on them, because then I can paint them throughout the day the color of the shad that I need to. And more of these are going in the box as well. Shaky head, finicky tickler, Power Team Lures. Gotta love it. How I was fishing it was the way you do these. If you notice, there, see that line right there? These are actually a boxy. You see the lines, a square style. So what you would do is you put it right through the belly, out the other side, and out, just like that. It's a little off, but it'll work. Okay. The great thing is it falls. So when you have a two-tone one where it's got the split, you'd hook it through where the split would be. You have light color here, dark here, or whatever. So this way, when it's going down, it looks like the belly of the baits of a bait fish is dying. You touch it and give it some pull, and it looks like it's righted itself again. Very deadly. But again, wackied. I rigged it weightless. I did everything. They just didn't want to touch it. It just wasn't the way they wanted it. Now Jeff caught a couple wacky. He was using a different bait though, much lighter color than what I was using. Another bait that I was using, a crawl derb. This is a 3.8. Rigged, very similar. Not the same jig head, but I'm just using one as an example. Right through there, you pop it through. I don't know if you can see how that's set up. Okay, push it all the way down, so it's like that. And all you do is you push it down and out. Alright folks, we just broke down all those baits, and welcome back, by the way. And a few things. This will definitely be tied on in the tournament I have in April. It's a Swing and Hammer from Power Team Lures, and it will definitely be there. As well as reaction baits again. Rattle traps, much lighter, but depending on the boat or how deep we are, again, I still might go up to the half ounce, 2 3/4 or 2 1/4 to a 2-inch, 1/4 ounce, and of course, this will be ready to rock and roll. Blade bait, and that swimming jig as well. All things I have to consider before I go into there, and you know, some things I still had in my box from switching out. You know, a shaky head. That's the a 7-inch from Power Team Lures. You know, all these things I have to go through to get ready. Just fun, right? So that's what's going on. That's what's going down in the low sodium household right now. For this week's show, we're going to talk about this past weekend's fishing adventures. Please call in. As well as we are going to break down the Classic, which just ended this weekend. Congratulations, Randy Howell, on kicking it. Awesome job, and very awesome. You're going to represent bass very well this year, and for the rest of your life, for that matter, as a Classic champion. Break down that. We're also going to talk about color selection, how really important it is, and it really mattered this time around. Colors for muddy, clear, stained, all different types of water, and how even this one, you can catch fish. And I threw this for a good 2 hours, not a bite. Switched right in the same hole, boom. What can you do, right? And then we'll start digging into, I'd like to start talking about chatterbaits. A lot of guys don't use them enough. I have found that they are very useful. And, you know, because it's a jig, it's a spinnerbait, it's a chatterbait. And how well they actually work. And how not enough people use them, and it's a shame. So with that being said, thank you so much for watching this video. If you have any comments, post them in the comments section. Or go to our Facebook page at Kayak Fishing Radio. Okay, check it out. Like us, love us. We love you too. And, you know, listen to all the shows. We got Redfish Chuck on Monday. The Texas Crew on Tuesday. I'm on it Wednesday, and the original Kayak Fishing Radio show with Chip the Tree Hugger Gibson is on Thursday. All of these shows are on at 8 o'clock, except for the Tuesday show, which is on at 8 o'clock Central Time. That's 9 o'clock Eastern Time. Confusing, I know. But that's the breakdown. Okay, I'd like to thank my personal sponsors. Orca Coolers. I cannot do this without you guys. Thank you so much. Jackson Kayaks. Don't need to say anymore. Bull Bay Rods. I'm telling you, those bites, the feel of the bait when it got stuck in the grass or when it was ticking the grass, I could feel this and a crankbait touching the grass, the dead grass, and know where I was and rip it out of there. Awesome. Awesome rods. Unfair Lures. Tommy Head Jigs. Telling you guys, I can't say enough about Tommy Head Jigs. And you, those that listen to the show, cannot do this without you guys. So with all that being said, thank you so much. Catch you next time, only on the Low Sodium Show. And of course, I got to do my outro. Always wear your PFD. It's doing you no good. No good. It's floating away. What can I say? Take a kid fishing. Change their life forever. Take them fishing, take them hunting, get them in the outdoors. And if you go fishing this next weekend, or any weekend for that matter, get your fish on, man. Catch you later, everybody.